Hi guys, I'm back. Connie from the Painted Photographer. I just got back from the most amazing retreat, and it was the Vintage Soul retreat, and it was put on by Sonnet from Sonnets Garden Blooms, and it was amazing. It was in Appleton, Wisconsin, which is right in my back door. I just could pinch myself that I was actually there, and I got so much out of it. It was phenomenal. If you haven't ever been to a retreat, you need to go there. I did have some videos that I might try and sneak in here, but I lived in the moment, guys. I did not take a whole lot of pictures. I didn't take a whole lot of videos. I started out like, yes, I need to do this. I need to take videos. And then I lived in the moment. There were so many people that I wanted to see. There were so many people that I wanted to meet. There were so many people that wanted to meet me. Yes, me. I can hardly believe it. Like, they came to meet me and other creators. And it was so heartwarming and so unbelievable that they knew who I was. I know, it's crazy. So while we were there was a whole bunch of us gals from Sonnet's group that stayed in an Airbnb. And one of our things we wanted to do was go to Sonnet's bins, the Goodwill bins in Appleton. I've never been to bins before. All right, we're here at the bins. We're excited. We even got Kristen. Here we go. I'm nervous. What are we gonna find? It was scary. The way they talked, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I wanna go here. But of course, I'm always up for a new experience, and then I didn't wanna miss out on them going to the bins and me not going. So of course I went. So I'm gonna show you what I got at the bins. Okay, this is an experience. I don't normally have to do this. Dig. All right, we found the books. Let's bring out my inner Zeb and see what I can find. And then might have stopped at a Goodwill on my way home. And I might have went to the thrift store since I've been home. So I'm gonna roll those all in there because they're so good. I gotta show you everything that I got. Like, it's good. So let's get started. The first thing that I found was this crock. I wasn't digging. Like, I know they dig in these bins. I wasn't doing that. We got there right when the doors opened. And some of them just dove right in. They dove right in and they started to dig. I was a little bit more on the reserve side, but I did find this. And it is a crock, but it had these mushrooms on it. And I'm like, oh, do I want this? And it has a lot of mushrooms on each side of it. Like, there's 4 mushrooms. So there's quite a few, and I didn't know if I wanted it, but I thought I can scratch them off. So I got it. And I'm not sure what I paid for it. I don't know. But now that I have it home, I tried to scratch off these like I thought somebody put them on this crock. I think they might have came with it, because you cannot get those off. You can't get them off. So I'm not really sure. So I guess they'll stay on. But it's that time of year where put a tree in it. So here's a crock. And it even has some rust on the bottom. You know I like to pile things on this table. So that's just what I'm gonna do. And then I found some vintage Christmas wrapping paper. Look at it. Does that not scream inspiration to you? There, it's not even opened. It does have a gift card in it and another card in it. It is from Current. Does anybody remember that? It was like, I think that's what you ordered when kids were in school. And it's from 1979. It's Christmas gift wrap. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I thought it was pretty. Next up, this board was in there. It was normally at Goodwill for $3.99. It was then clearance to 99 cents, and it was found at the Goodwill bins. It's just a board. You know, this is an awesome surface for those of us that are creators of upcycling trash to treasure. So this is a great board. It is not warped. And all I got to do is sand this off. This was there. I don't care what this says because I'll get rid of that, but I did like the frame. I even really like the color of the frame. I don't know if I'll change that or not, but it is all still intact and it has the hanger. Can't go wrong with that. Look at that color. That so speaks to me. So this might get changed. This will get changed. And then this might just stay the same. Again, I can't tell you what I paid for them because I don't know. And then one of the gals found some vintage hat boxes. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you found them here? So then I started to have I think I need to dig because you found that. I am obviously not finding enough. So I started to dig. And then I found these bins. Or not bins, these tins. And I will insert the video of the vintage hat boxes that she found because you can totally make popcorn tins into those vintage hat boxes. And that's what I plan to do with these.
Gorgeous. Do you want a picture?
I'm getting a video. Like, oh yeah.
So good.
You can do that with Royce's paper.
For sure. And then she's got the red.
She's got the red ticking and she has the vintage wallpaper.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And a dark wax it just to stress it.
Oh yeah. Those are so cool. So I paid probably pennies for these. And I plan to make them over. I actually already have on one of my lives. So this is a popcorn tin that I put the Roycycled red ticking paper on. So if you don't know what Roycycled paper is, you can find my other video and I show you how I did this can during one of my Facebook lives. It is Roycycled red ticking. That's located on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. And then I painted this snowman on it and I taught you how in the video. And then I also used some DIY dark wax and grunged it up and made it look really vintage. So these are going to turn into this. Then I found this box. You know me, I like a good box. This is a wood box. And I found a green insulator, just my color. So I stuck that inside, but look at that green insulator. Isn't it good? It does have a chip on it. I didn't care. Okay, this was my squeal find. Yes, they were finding items. I don't know which is right side up and which is upside down. This is right side up. So they were finding squeal items, but I found this. It was a wood case, which I like. And then I opened it up. It is a vintage art box. And it has some old oil paints in it. Look at that one. I haven't really looked at them yet. But this is a vintage art case. And it has a little flip lid here. And it has, must be like you can hold this and have your paint palette on here. So I could put aluminum foil or saran wrap on here and then use this as an art palette. And otherwise it goes back in here. You can store stuff behind there. You can store all those little things in there. It's just fantastic. This will get a little makeover, but this is mine. I am going to do something fun with this and just put it in my space. That was a find. I also got some Goodwill bins books. I tried to find the books that had like rough pages. This has really, really rough pages and they're a little bit stained, not bad. Does actually happen to be a cookbook, which it's casserole treasury. Not that I care, but I do like the roughness of the pages and I do like that black cover. This one is just a book, but it was a good size. I do like a stack of books, so it's a really good size to go with this black one. And then also Practical Guide to Antique Collecting. How fun is that? And so this one does have some photos in it for antique collecting, which I thought was very interesting. And it does have tables in here, Empire tables, Continental furniture. It might be a good read. So that one was also a good book stack. And I went with 3. I like 3. And then this one was just sweet. It was The Tale of Peter Rabbit. I thought somebody might like that. There is so many cute pictures of Peter Rabbit in here that somebody might like that for just the book itself or to actually use those papers in their mixed media and use some of this text in a mixed media project. But it is The Tale of Peter Rabbit, and it was, let's see if we can find a copyright. It was June 1993. Best wishes for many happy story times. Karen Newberg. Oh, copyright 1992. So not old, but sweet. Okay, that's all I got at the bins. Then, on my way home, I went to a Goodwill that was in the next town. It was Sunday morning. I was on my way home. I needed a break from being in the car, so I thought, why not go to the bins, right? Or not the bins. I thought, why not go to Goodwill? So I made a pit stop. So this is what I got at Goodwill. This is just a pantry sign. It was $2.99 at Goodwill. It has some good bones to it. Says pantry. I'll get rid of that and I'll put maybe some IOD transfer on there or maybe a paint inlay. This tin, it was $2.99, but it's got birds on it. I am a sucker for birds. And it's got birds on all the locations. And it is a square tin. That is sweet. I love it. I found a nativity set and I thought they were sweet. And then I looked at the bottom and it said Benton right here, baby Jesus, of course. It says Fentel, made in Taiwan. So there's this whole set and it even comes with angel hair. And it was $3.99 for this set. I'll sell this online as is or on Whatnot. Depends if I have some time to get back on Whatnot. I think this is a good find. Here was a bell. It was $3.99. It's got the little dinger in there and it's perfect shape. This is a really good bell. I might not like the paint job and I might not like these holly berries, but I think I can fix that with IOD molds, right? So stay tuned. Frames. I love frames. These are square frames. They have hangers on them. They were $2.99. I'll take those pictures out, paint the frames, put put new pictures in there, maybe some of my rice papers, and then sell them at the shop. A popcorn tin. So the only thing missing on this popcorn tin is the handle, right? So this one I picked up, it had a handle. I might have to make my own handles, and I said that last night on my live that I need Wilson to drill some holes and make a handle like this. So you just wait to see what I found today when I said that last night. So I go to my thrift store this week. I got back home, I got all recovered, I was exhausted. It was a really, really fun time, but man, was I tired. But so inspired to keep going, keep creating, keep giving everybody what they want to see. So it got me to the thrift store, and I found this wreath. I thought it had really good bones. It's got some nice pine. It does have a few of the styrofoamy pomegranate things. Do have some of it missing. That's okay. I can cut those off. I don't need them all. So this one was, you're going back to my thrift store now. So you're gonna hear these prices. She took this one off because it fell off on her finger. 39 cents. Then I found this wreath, which happens to be two wreaths together, wired together. It has metal bells on it. It has a bow on there. It has some pine and some pine cones. It might not be perfect the way it is, but it was $1.98. I can certainly take this apart and save the pieces that I like for $1.98. A tin, it is tin wrapped around a board, $1.98. And I love the embossing that's on it. So it says family, it needs to be updated. I'll give this a makeover. Piece, 58 cents for this piece. It is metal, it's very heavy. It does have a bird up there with a little greenery on it. It might need to be updated, this little piece of greenery right here, but it's good. I love this piece. A jar with a wire handle. These sell really well for me on my website, and it does close and seals really well, and it's just pretty. I forgot. 78 cents. It's a little dirty, so I need to do some scrubbing. That's what happens when you're a thrifter, is you might get some good deals, but you gotta clean it up. This is a sign on an easel with a hanger, bonus. So this will come off, and it was 28 cents. All right, this is not me, but it's cards. And if I'm gonna do some framing, it's an old truck with a wreath and some birds. And it's all set. All you gotta do is put it in a frame. Paint the frame, put that in a frame. Perfect decor. Here's another board, gallery frame board, and it is 38 cents. Here's a lantern. I don't like all this stuff. It's on there with hot glue. I can get that off. And it's a lantern, a homemade lantern. And the paint job might not be the best, but I can fix that. And then I don't even know if I have to add greenery. Like, I kind of like it by itself. Put a candle in there or put a jar in there with IOD transfers on it. Oh, so cute. All right, this big platter was there, caught my eye. And I should probably look in my antique book, right? But it was a Homer Laughlin. And it was 98 cents. It has no chips or anything on it. It looks fantastic. This little ribbing around there is so pretty. I can just see this sitting out on your coffee table with maybe a Christmas vignette on here. Is he cute? Is he cute or what? His hat might be kind of grody. He does have a really grody hat. And there was someone, I don't know if they put it on, but he did have a hole in him. So I think somebody just put this hat on this Santa. And I think that's a really good idea. They just glued it on, but it needs to be redone. He needs to be redone, and he'll be cute. He was $1.98. I just found 2 little star ornaments, and they glistened in the light. That's the only reason I got them, and they're on a little hanger. I thought that they could maybe go as a decoration, like they can hang on this lantern and be like the sparkle that you want. So it was 38 cents for these 2. Then, you know, this box was there, and it is $2.98. $2.98 for this box. It has no markings on it. It would be really fun to make over, but look at those nail areas where it's all rusty and dirty. But they make fantastic display units for my booth area that I have. So that's exactly what I thought, is they could go on a table and they can hold some stuff in there, make some height for me. So I don't know if I'll do anything with it or just dark and decrepit. I think maybe I'll just dark and decrepit it, clean it up a little bit, and call it good. We are not done, guys. We are not done. The thrift store was amazing. So I found this tin. I found this board. Let me go on this side. I found this board. It was 18 cents. I don't even mind that. I don't know if I'll change that or not. 18 cents. I found a bunch of frames. When I was at the retreat, I had a lot of girls tell me that they just take the frames, they paint them, they put some of my rice paper in there, and people want them. People are buying them. So if you want my rice paper, I have 12 retailers. Look down below. I'll put all of their names down below. So if you shop with them already, you can get my rice paper through them online, or if you're close to them. I also found these shelf brackets, and I want to redo an area in my booth, and I need some shelf brackets. So these are like metal vintagey ones. They're $3.98. They'll come in handy. Then I found 2 more frames that are wood, and then this tin, which this tin is short like that hat box. So this will be perfect to recreate that hat box without a snowman painting on it. I also found this popcorn tin, 38 cents. It'll work fantastic to put the vintage paper on it. Another one that Royce sells is called vintage wallpaper or wallpaper. Either one of those are gonna look fantastic on these popcorn tins for Christmas. Okay, now look at this little cardboard container. It was 18 cents, and it's for a gift. And it has a little Santa on there. Like, it is the cutest thing ever. I can just see putting some Roycycled paper on here and fixing this top up, and it'd make a fantastic little gift box for somebody. And the tins were just crazy today at the thrift store. So this one, it has little jellies on it, and it's Windmill something company, Windmill brand, and Windmill brand blackberries, and it has a little cover on it. It was 98 cents for this little cute guy. So cute. And here I go with a little pail with handles. So I might not like that, but I'll just get rid of it. And then I got my handle on there. Remember, I wanted the pails, the popcorn tins, to have handles. So I found one with a handle. But then I found this. And this is electric fence wire. Like, why couldn't Wilson use this on my popcorn tins? It is heavy. He's probably going to be like, Connie, what are you doing? But look at this spool. I don't know, is this not old? Someone tell me. Electric fence, and it was $4.98 by the makers of Red. They put that sticker over both of them. By Red Brand Fence, Keystone Steel and Wire Company, Peoria, Illinois, 61607. But look at that. It's a spool. And it's all rusty crusty. I need the wire. But I loved the spool. What do you think Wilson's going to say? Tell me, would you have bought this for $4.98? I also have some Christmas ornaments that I want to put in my booth area. This basket was calling my name. It has little feet on it, and it has this copper patina look to it. It's got this handle, and I think it'd be perfect to hold some Christmas ornaments. Especially you can put some paper down in there and make it look all cute with some ornaments in there. This would be perfect in my booth to house those ornaments. I did stop over at my girlfriend's house. She had this crazy angel pup, and he is a puppy dog, and he's got angel wings, and he's even signed. He was 68 cents, but it's Angel Scamp Pup. Original by Robin, 1951. So I told her, no, I don't want that. But you know what? Then I changed my mind and thought, you know what? Let me put it on my website. Let's see if anybody wants this, because I did look them up. And there's people out there that have them. Not very many, but there's people out there that have them, and they want a decent price for them. Also, this basket she had, this was 50 cents. It is a really sturdy basket. It's got the red and the green wicker on there. It's all ready for Christmas, and it's just a sweet little basket. I can see putting some greenery in there. Maybe a couple of the IOD clay ornaments that I could stick in there as picks. That might be kind of fun too, and make this all look cute. I'm always up for a good frame. This is a big, heavy-duty frame. Look at that. It's huge. It is a big, chunky frame. It has the hanger on it. It has the glass, and it has the words in it. But that's okay. I can take this back off and take the words out, put something else in there, and paint the frame and give it a new life. It was 98 cents for this really good frame. And then I found the twin to my other box. This one was $1.98 also, same price. This one's just a little bit smaller, but I used it to haul the stuff out as well. And it's good. It'll be either for display that way or that way. Having the both together will make a fantastic looking display. Maybe I can even put some sections in here to really give it some character, but I thought it was a really good find at the thrift store. All right, that's it for my thrift haul. This is not a normal video, like I'm just doing a thrift haul. I'm just showing you a few things that I got, not a few, a lot of things that I got. I'm showing you everything that I got since I went to Sonnets Retreat. Since I was so inspired by all those ladies and I watched them at the bins picking all of this fun stuff, it just gets you in the mood to go to the thrift store, to find those good deals. Like, I don't want anybody else to have them. I want them, and then I can share them with you. So if you find any of this video inspiring, please hit the subscribe button, and I will try to get more of these videos out. I also do paintings, and you can come watch my painting videos and learn how to get your own creativity out. I will show you a few of the clips intertwined with this video of my time at the Vintage Soul Retreat that Sonnet put on. She did such a fantastic job. I enjoyed every single minute of it. I enjoyed every single one of the creators. I got to meet Royce. I got to meet Lynn from L&J Goods. I got to meet Megan from L&J Goods. I got to meet Jane Belante. Like, Jane Belante and I live really close together, and I've never met her before. She was the one I ordered my first DIY paint through, was Jane Belante's website. So that was kind of full circle how I came back to Jane, and she is the sweetest thing ever. I just really enjoyed her class. I didn't take her class, I just listened to it, but I enjoyed everything about it. I enjoyed talking to her. I enjoyed spending the time with Royce, and David, her husband David, was there as well, and Sonnet. I see Sonnet about once a month, and I really enjoyed spending some time with Sonnet again, and all of the ladies that were in my Airbnb that I am in Sonnet's group with. We had a Zoom meeting on Tuesday night, and it was so amazing to see all these faces on that Zoom call that I got to hug their necks less than a week ago, and I feel like I know them so much better. It was an amazing event, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if Sonnet has it next year, I hope that she asks me to teach again, but if she doesn't, I think I'll be a participant because I feel like I'd be missing out. So make sure you're following all of these fun creatives that were at the event and all of these people that reached out to me. I did tell everyone that I am looking for retailers to sell my rice paper. So I did have a number of them reach out to me for some information. If you have a booth or a website or a store and you want to sell my rice papers, because now you're just finally hearing about me, go on and send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email. Let me know that you want to be a Connie Lines and Designs retailer for my rice papers. I would be so happy to have you on my team. Thank you so much for everything. And until next time, happy painting. I almost forgot, guys. I also have a girlfriend who was at the thrift store like probably a half an hour after me, and this table was there. And it has a drawer that pulls out, works really, really well. Look at this green color and this chippy goodness. And she walked to the thrift store. So she's like, oh, I think Connie's gonna want that. And she can put it on her porch. And I'm thinking, yes, I want that. And I can put it in my house. Do you know what price was on this? It was $1.98. $1.98 for this table. Look at it. So good. I'm so glad she was there about a half an hour after me, because she made my day. Starting to look like a stained glass window and I don't know what I'm doing, right?
Oh, you do.
And then I'm using some Summer Crush, finishing that window up for how I'm doing it. And then I'm just adding a little bit of Old 57 in there, because if you know and follow me, you know that's my go-to color. So that's your stained glass window. Bits and bobs in there. No science to it. Right, you would think you made a mistake. So just go on in and make those irregular lines. And I'm even going to go on the center of the door, put some handles in. I'm gonna go to the window. I'm not even in front of it. can't see
She's
it.
like, he's been nothing yet.